Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My wife says she smells like poo. Welcome back to France. We are... Oh, you smell like poo. We have used up all of our grass seed. I believe... Yeah, there it is. Okay. I think we're all done. So now, before sunset, which is really soon, because it's already 7:30, we need to get the fields rolled. I'm hoping I can do it before sunset. Now, the good news is, because we only cultivated, we have a kind of messy straw stubble look on the field, which means that the rolling should be visible, and that's a good thing. And then we'll put down some fertilizer. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm going to do fertilizer on the grass because it's free and I don't really want to spend a bunch of money. And we're not going to get a ton of money for hay bales anyway, so I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it, let it grow, and use it as free fertilizer for the next round for next year. Once again, this is not turning into a grass farm, so don't worry. We're just making hay bales. And that's, once again, a simple way to get free fertilizer. Well, not free. We had to seed, but we only had to use 2 bags of seed, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So for $2,000, I get the whole field 50% fertilized. That's not too bad. Plus, we'll get all that money back when we go to sell the hay that we make off the field. We'll get $4,000 or $5,000 worth of hay, maybe more. So let's see here. We need to rent grassland care. No, we need a seed roller. And those can be found. Did I miss them? There they are. This one needs 160 horsepower. We have 175. This one needs 140. That's $20,000. 41,000. This one's a lot cheaper to rent. That's why you should go with this one. This one can be 6.4. This can be up to 8.2. So let's go ahead and rent this. And we'll go to the 820 series, and we're going to lease that. That should give us at least $800 more worth of grass. Probably not. At 2%, this is really, really not worth it. But I want to do it one more time. I don't know. I've been able to get my fields to 100% on the other maps. I was going to try to do it on this one, but it doesn't really matter anymore because I've got it working. So basically, you don't have to have the bees. People are saying, well, you have to have bees to get 100%. That's not true. If you stubble the mulch, or if you mulch the stubble and then cultivate and plant, this is for normal crops, and then you roll, you'll get a 50% bonus. And then you do 2 layers of fertilizer, and that brings you up to 100%. Well, I think it's 60% bonus with no fertilizer, maybe 55, something like that. I don't know, but it gets you to 100%. So you can see here, we will definitely see a difference because this will clean up that stubble. This is where this tractor struggles. Look at how nice that looks. And that takes it to seed bed, which is nice. But once again, you won't ever see the way that they've made the game, you won't ever see the seed bed status unless you do this before you plant. And I don't know why you would do that, because it's just a way. It doesn't give you any bonus. It just gives you seed bed. So it's kind of weird. Having seed bed doesn't benefit you. Now, in real life, I think it would, but I don't understand why they did it that way, but that's how they did it, so that's how we're doing it. Now this theoretically should push those rocks in, but I don't think it does. But honestly, with that power harrow, I don't think we'll ever see rocks again anyway. Unless we change over to a different type of device. They only come up when you plow, so. And I'm definitely not renting a rock remover just to remove that little patch of rocks. I think have. So, yep, it did not remove them. And I wonder if we'll get weeds. I don't know. We'll see. Oops. I missed. Come on, Mayor. Speed over just a little bit. Dang it. Somehow I missed all that. This tractor does not have the best turn radius. It's not terrible, though. It's much better than the older John Deere, the 190 horsepower 4 Series. That thing's terrible. And man, we are running out of light fast. Yikes. But we should be able to get this all done. And then I'd like to run down to the, so we have those filled with water. I'd like to run down to the mill and see if we got another load of grain to take up to the bakery. Tomorrow we'll sell some of the, maybe we'll keep taking it to the bakery. I'm not convinced you make more money from the bakery because bread uses 2 times as much flour and only gives you 1/3 more money. Now, I don't know, on regular mode it's probably different, but on this mode at least it's only a little bit more money, so it's not like, I don't know if it's worth it because you're losing half the product, so it seems almost like you'd make more just from selling a load. I don't know, we'll see. Selling a load of flour, that is. So we have our perfectly planted grass. And I'm thinking that, whoops, somehow I missed the line there. I'm thinking, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do the rolling and the mulching next year. Well, we're definitely not going to mulch because I'm going to be mowing and then cultivating and putting down the next crop. So, but this just seems like for 2.5%, not worth it. You know, maybe on a ginormous field, but these, I mean, I guess I got a pretty big field. Like considering this is, if you consider this all one field, it's pretty large, but it's still, I don't know, 2.5%. It's so low. Oh well. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this task done. It'll probably be nighttime by the time I see you again, but I will see you momentarily. Told you. Sun's going down. It is almost the end of July. There's only one day a month. And we are going to return this. I'm just going to drop it here. We're going to clean our tractor. Fix it up. Take it to the bakery. See what's available. Let's see here. No, didn't get close enough. Waiting $85 of damage on my weight. It's got pricey. All right, so let's go here and wash this up. And I'm going to call the shop, see about them picking up the device that we have. So ring, ring, ring. Hi, shop. Come pick it up. Okay. There they go. Let's see what's for sale. I haven't looked at the... That's not a bad deal. 30,000. We don't need one right now. We might eventually need one at the bread place, though. How much was that? Jungrich. I mean, that might... I don't know. We'll see. That's... We could also just drive our forklift over. But eventually I'd like to get one when we have more money. When we're multi-millionaires, if that ever happens. I would like to get a second tractor, though, so I can have one to do this kind of stuff. I heard the shop got some more options in. They got some more vintage tractors. We definitely have some cheap used. Here's a... Wow, those prices are not bad. I'm looking for just a towing tractor. As you guys know, I've tried several times, but they never have enough power. What else we got? This one's got this one can have a lot of horsepower. That's a nice tractor. But we have John Deere. I'd like to stick with the Deere brand. What's the difference between these? What does this one have? This is 100. Manual plus power shift. I don't really see a difference unless one is two-wheel drive. This one has no fenders. That one doesn't have fenders either. Why is this one so much more? I don't know, but we can see we could buy a front weight on it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Trailberg tires. I probably want to get... I'm going to be using this more for street usage. Does it get communal? No, no communal tires. Beckett. Well, that's pretty funny that having two-wheel drive makes it more expensive. It's kind of silly. You think that would make it less expensive? Like, that should be a base option. I kind of like that, though. Less to deal with. Mitas. Exhaust lap. Fully weighted on the tires. GPS. Does this get a front loader? And there is no front loader set up. That's kind of lame. Huh. What do you guys think? The only thing I don't like... I wish I could get the cheaper wheel setup by doing this. Still, that's pretty cool looking. How much is this tractor? 19,000. Man. It seems like a lot of money. Oh, this one does not. Okay, that's the difference. This one has an open cab, and this one is a closed cab, and that's why this one's more expensive. That's the big difference. But I'm not going to spend... Okay, so no matter what you do, if you go away from our Trailberg tires, they charge you more. So we won't do that. Original. Ew. No. This is with wheel. These are wheel weights, it looks like. So no. I don't know what those differences are. Front loader attacher. Okay, so this one can get a front loader attacher. That's going to make this more useful on our farm. And there's no... Wait. What? Unless I missed this. There's no front loader way. Front loader attacher. GPS, no. But we could use this in the field to pick up bales and stuff. That would be much appreciated. We could just throw a weight on the back. So $22,000 for that. That's not a bad deal, actually. Yep. So we can pull this away. Because this is starting to get a lot of hours on it. And I kind of want to, if we can, use it less. For things like baling, we don't have to use it for that. But this tractor can deliver stuff around town. So let's go ahead and head back home with our little John Deere. And it is dark. But I do want to go to tonight to the bakery, because I want us to be able to there should be more canola waiting to go. So let's see if or not more canola, more flour waiting to go to the shop. So wow, it is really dark. Man, they don't pull any punches, do they? But this tractor is kind of the same era as our other tractor, so I'm liking that. Oh man, got Citroen right on my butt. Get off me arse. But this is more what we were looking for when I was buying the Zetter and stuff like that. And this is really not that much more expensive. Maybe like double. But I want the cabin control. I do want to have the enclosed cabin. This is nice to have that, because we do get some weather here in the winter, and this tractor's probably gonna be running. Oh, we never put that away. But we can now with this. Okay, so there's our big tractor, and you can see it's kind of the same. If we park them side by side. Is there lights? I thought this barn had lights. Is there a switch? Those are the door switches. Where's there is no. I can't believe these lights aren't working. What the heck? Is there a switch on the outside? Lame. Anyway, we'll park this one next to the other one and we can see them together. There we go. Look at those beauties. It's an all John Deere farm. All right, so we need a, oops, wrong one. I thought I was getting in this one. There we go. So let's run over to the mill and see what we got going on there. And this is not the world's fastest tractor, but it's got 100 horsepower, so that's plenty for what we need for towing and stuff like that. Much more than the little portions that are, unfortunately, it's just we're not cutting it. So we spent more than we should, but we still have $50,000 left. We got grass coming soon. And bread. There should be bread ready in the next day or two, so we'll have August bread. And pretty much, I would think, for the rest of the year. Wait, did I go the wrong way? We're not going to cross. Oh, no, because there's the bridge that crosses in the town. So. And there's the cheesery. It has really gotten dark. Wow. That's a horrible blinker sound. Is that really what they sound like? Oh yeah, full load, ready to go. Let's go ahead and, yeah, full. I have to buy that used forklift too. Whoops. Beverly Hills. Remember there's a while there where alternative bands were putting out records. And my friend Matt, well, it wasn't a good friend of mine, he's got acquaintance Matt Traxler was the guitar player for a band called 6 Feet Deep, and then they went on to play in Cranston, and he had just gotten like this record of it was the 45 for that song by Weezer, Beverly Hills. I was like, dude, check this out. I was like, oh, that's cool. Boy, that was some really awesome loading on my part. Look at that. Frig's sake. What is going on? Why are you being awkward? Come on. Okay, it's produced a lot of this, so. I don't know how many of these are we're going to get out of here. Apparently, yeah, more than. I thought we'd have 4. We've had 6 so far. Is there a 7th coming? Oh, yeah. Wow. I parked too close, so I've put myself into like a really tight spot. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's all right. It's all going to the same place. The Red Factory. Red Factorio. All right. Oh, it's Mr. Micah. Shoot, I can't answer that. Hang on, Mr. Micah. I'll be right back, folks. Dang it, I pressed the wrong button. I'm going to grab that in a minute here. We're going to first load this up, take it on up, and see how we're doing. Funny, sometimes you have to get it like, if I put it too far down, like in 19 the big trick was to get it to aim down and that would make it get loose. They've changed that, and so now it does weird stuff like you have to get it flat and then it bend. get it right to begin with, then it gets really bad. Okay, so let's put this on there. We've cleared out the grain production. We'll take a real quick look before we leave the mill and see how we're doing there. Strap that there. Strap. And straps just let it fall off. And take a real quick look here. How much is left? 34,000 liters. I think we put like 45 in or 50 if I remember right. So we've used up almost half. So let's go ahead and run this into town to a bon pain and see how production is going there. Now, so we'll get about half as many. This should give us 3 pallets of bread. And I think there's probably already 3 pallets worth up there. Maybe we'll turn it all to bread, though. Once again, the pricing, I don't know. I feel like, and we'll check it out when we get into town, but I feel like maybe the other half we should just sell as flour. I don't know. It's hard to know. If the price was double or more, it should be more. That's the thing that it's kind of bothering me. If I'm taking the time and the effort and paying for the stuff to be turned into bread, it should sell for more than double what it is. Because, okay, let's say I have, these are worth 100, and I spend 20 to get them in there. I don't know. It seems like they should be worth more than 100 when they go. There's no bread. What the? Oh, I've got it in storage. That's why it's not going to come out yet. Okay, so let's take a look at the production. There's only 620 bread. We've got 10,000 flour in the facility. It takes 90 flour to make 45 breads. That's half. Let's take a look at pricing. So once again, flour is worth $4.50. Well, that's really low. It'll go up. Yeah, we're at the base right now. Bread is worth the base too. So we're going to have to save. We're going to save the bread till January. I'm not going to sell it at low price. So we'll just keep loading this up. But okay, so mathematics. Bread is worth what? No, it is worth over double. So double would be about 1,000. 900 would be double. So it's worth over double. So that means it is worth doing. Okay, so because it has to be at least double because we're putting twice as much in to get a loaf. But it's worth about, not looking at that, it's worth about 3 times. 3 times, yes. It's worth about 3 times as much as it is just as flour. So you get a third more, just a third more, but you get a third more for selling it as bread. If it was 800 or 900, it would be double, and that would only make it worth the same as selling it. And why is that, you ask? Because I could get double the flour sell out of it, which would give me, let's say, if I sell 400 flour and get I'm going to make it easy, 100 bucks. 400 flour is worth 100 bucks. And 200 loaves are worth 100 bucks. But I've spent money producing it. I'm actually making more money on the flour. And that would be if the bread was worth double, because we only get half as much bread. So, but in this case, we're getting, you know, 400's worth 100 bucks, and 200 loaves are worth 150 bucks. So now it's worth it to sell the loaves, and that is where we're at. It's not a huge profit margin over the flour, though. That's the hard part, is really only like a third more. But in monetary terms, when it comes down to it, that's $400 per liter, or 1,000 liters more. So it will add up, but it sounds less exciting than it is. But we're going to wait too, because once again, if we wait till like December to sell it, the prices are going to go up. So we're going to be looking probably more at like 1,600, 1,700, somewhere around there, and that'll be a good sell. So each day when we end the day or begin the day, we'll go up there and move some stuff, maybe in the morning, maybe evening. And then once the factory's done producing it, we'll be producing bread. The goal is to get all of the bread produced before we want the bread produced before January. So if it's July right now, at the rate that we're going, we should theoretically have most of the bread up there by the end of September, or most of the flour in the bread facility, and then hopefully that'll give the bread facility 3 months to produce, and all the bread will be ready by Christmas. And so that makes sense, because Christmas is when the prices go up on food. You know, it's like everybody wants Christmas bread. They want a loaf of bread to have with their Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners. Though in Europe they don't have Thanksgiving, so we're going to have to sell the giant eagle in America. All right, ladies and gentlemen. With that spicy information, it's good to see that we are going to actually make a little bit of money. I did spend some money on this tractor, but I think it's a pretty cool tractor. I'm excited about this. This is nice. It's really nicely modeled. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next time. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you, Slugger, for the subscription, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Have a good night, everybody.